it's Sarah. Thank you so much. Um, First of all, I'm so grateful. Thank you. I just want to first give a shout out quickly to Nick Sean from Mission FX trading community and platform. I am so thankful. A lot of the people that have recently subscribed to this channel and gotten to know a little bit about what my vision and my goal here is. I'm a student of Nick's, and those who are in the Mission FX community, we all can agree that, finding a course that, or the trading strategy that Nick teaches, we all can appreciate immensely just how simple Nick's trading approach has been, and it's really just been so helpful, in my personal trading journey. I wanted to do this next video to basically recap my first trading week in my new demo account. And I first want to mention that I've been trading from, options in the financial markets, from options to Forex. I've been learning how to trade for over 2.5 years. And I started with just studying and learning, and then I actually traded in my live accounts. Lost a lot of money, and every time I was able to reinvest in my education, I would get more courses and just continue to trade, But I took a pause when in 2022 when I was doing pretty well, but then I figured out that it wasn't that I didn't understand the technical analysis. It was more about being disciplined in my psychology of trading, my mindset. And, it can get really, really easy to grow an account and then blow it all out and bomb it in one or two bad trades that to me, or for me, were revenge trades where I was just chasing a bad trade because I wanted it so bad to be right about my prediction or my analysis. Whatever it is that you're trading, right? You have to not only understand the technical analysis, which is great to learn and to understand really well, as well as the fundamentals, but also psychology and mindset, because you can know everything, but if you aren't disciplined, you will throw good money after bad. And that is, in my experience, how I, closed a trading period with losses more than wins or gains. So basically, when I found Nick's videos on YouTube and I was listening to them, and I was like, wow, he's got it. It's so simple, because when you learn all these different indicators, you can get overwhelmed. There's so many things to look at, and there are so many indicators that can help you predict what might happen. But his approach was just so dead simple. I was like, I'm just going to try this. I mean, support and resistance, hedging. Okay, what's it going to hurt, right? So I started a new demo account, and as of January 2nd, 2023, I grew that demo account, which was 10,000, all the way to 34, 35,000 in a matter of, 2.5 months. That to me was a huge indicator that, I finally found something that was working for me. And I purchased his program and the course, and I just started to continue to learn. And that's how I realized after 2.5 months that this is something that will work and is going to stick. And so, I just want to give a quick shout out to Nick. Thank you so much for doing what you do and making it so simple for the rest of us to just follow suit. I mean, the first thing you need to do is develop your mindset. That's why I thought, or that's why I believe that meditation is a critical component to being a good trader or anything else in life, because it clears your mind, because you don't want, a mind full of thoughts and things just kind of in a in a very chaotic state mentally. You can't trade, you can't think right, you can't focus, none of that, right? And you need that in order to be clear-headed, and you need that in trading. So that's why I think bridging meditation with trading is the perfect union, the perfect marriage. So what I want to do now is go through my first week's oh, excuse me, I forgot to mention. So when I grew my account to 35,000, my demo account, I reset everything because I wanted to obviously start a channel here on YouTube about trading and meditating. And so now I'm going to take another 2.5 months or 2 months to take an account, a demo account that's I've started at $1,000, and see basically where I can take this in the next 2 months or so. So welcome to the first week. So here I'm sharing my trade journal, and basically it's a pretty simple journal. I started it Monday, March 27th. And so this week I traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 positions or 6 entries, and they were all wins. Basically, I took $1,000 and I brought it to 1,427 roughly. This doesn't include commissions taken out yet, so a little bit under that, but basically around 420 or so 420 or so. That was the gain from this week. And I took the approach of sticking to a general set of rules. My set of rules were, how much was I going to risk per trade? I decided because it's a pretty small account, I decided to risk about 5%. And basically set alerts for a lot of these trades to key support and resistance zones. And once I got the alerts, I set up my entries, whether they were buys or I think the last one was a sell. Everything else were buys. And so I would set up my entries or my positions, and just wait for either a take profit zone, or if I did exit, I made sure to indicate in my notes why I exited. And this is the part that I wanted to really showcase in this video, is that not all the time will you be able to close a trade at the predicted take profit areas that you chart on your in your trades. And I'll show you, for example. So let's take a look at Euro USD here. So I entered it Tuesday, March 28th. Okay, what I have here is a snapshot of when I entered this trade. I waited for price to come up to this resistance zone, but it was also support at one point. So I went ahead and placed a trade. Let's see where I actually closed it. So as you can see, it didn't go all the way to where I wanted it to go, and I exited right here. And you might be wondering, why did she not wait? And I think as I'm testing out my strategy, I also realized that I have a full-time job. I have 2 kids, and I, in between having to wake up for morning meetings, I mean, my job is pretty demanding. So in between, the meetings that I have and taking my kids to and from school, I just don't have like the focus and attention that I can give and watch my trades. Not only that, but I'm testing things out, right? And I always feel like one of the key takeaways from last year's trading history and experience has been that what's more important than winning a trade or profits, what's more important than profits is not losing your account, right? So not losing from your account is probably more important than winning a massive amount, So that's something that I learned and I remembered, and I applied it here. So my notes here show that I exited because I had to work. And I think on that day, Tuesday, I had a whole bunch of meetings in the morning. And so this probably wasn't that long of a trade that I actually sat in. So I gained about $19 here and I exited, right? So I want to take you to the next trade that actually has a much more interesting story to it. So this was with GBP New Zealand. And let's take a look at what I did here. So I think I was following one of Nick's alerts as well. And I saw that this was a good trade, to enter. And so this is where I entered. I think I was waiting for price to come into this support zone and then bounce up from it. So I entered there. And then I had a resistance area here that I marked. And so what I did for this trade actually was an overnight trade. So I went to bed and I put a take profit, a level, and I woke up and the trade reached my take profit zone or area and closed out the trade for me. So that was amazing because what it did was gave me a win. I woke up with this win. And yeah, I mean, had I been watching it, I probably wouldn't have been patient enough. So yeah, some of the other trades I want to show you are, I think one more. Let's take a look at GU. I entered this one on Thursday, exited as well, I think on the same day. I had a note here. I exited early because I wanted to close the trade before sleeping. Oh, there you go. I entered and exited probably within the same hour or something because I just didn't want to go to bed and wake up to the trade open still. And that's because I have also learned that I don't really like to swing trades to Friday, but I'll show you what that looks like. So here it reached a key resistance area, and then this is where I closed it. So I thought that was a pretty nice candle to close at. And I did make about $52 here. But if you want to see where this is actually at, let me show you. Okay. So I want you to imagine now, if I had kept that trade, if I had waited for that trade for price to hit the support and also the take profit where I predicted. So, you can't win them all, but to win some is better than to lose. So, of course, I look at it and I think 52 could have been, 200, 300, but it's okay. It's okay. I decided to exit early because I didn't want to swing this trade to Friday the next day. All right. So that was my trade recap for this week, and I'm excited to document next week's trades. What I want to do now is take a few minutes to close this video out with a quick guided meditation. And I wanted to actually, I had a theme for today, and that theme has to do with seasons and timing of things. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share. There is perfect timing for everything. There are no bad times, only different seasons that serves a different purpose. Each and every one of them are there to propel you forward and help you grow. All is well. So with that, let's go ahead and begin a short guided meditation together. So go ahead and close your eyes. Get comfortable in your seat. And now begin to take deeper breaths in and out through your nose and deep into your belly. Exhale out through your nose. Another deep breath in. And exhale through the nose. And I want you now to think about the season that you're in. What season in life are you experiencing right now? And what season in your life have you left? Are there people, places, and things that you left and are no longer within this current season? Think about some of the things that are no longer here and what purpose did they serve in your growth? It's important to acknowledge and give gratitude to those individuals, those experiences, and the things that you went through, to acknowledge them for what they taught you and how it made you become the person you are today. When you think about everything that you've experienced or gone through in life, some people say, why did this happen to me? Or why did that happen to me? Maybe it's better serving for you to think about those things and say, how did this help me? How did this better me? Everything that you go through is really just tools and opportunities to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Even the things that we think are bad. Taking a few more moments to reflect on the season that you're in now. And I want you to think about what season you want to grow into in the next few months, maybe year. What are you doing today to help you get ready for that next chapter, that next season in your life? When you take the time to reflect on these things, you realize that perhaps everything is working out and it's all meant to happen in the exact timing that it did. And with that, go ahead and begin to take a deep breath in. Exhale out through your nose. One more breath in together. Exhale out. Start to feel your body and become aware of your surroundings once again. And when you're ready, slowly begin to open your eyes. Thank you for taking a few minutes with me in this guided meditation practice, reflecting on seasons and where we are and where we're headed. I wish you an amazing rest of your day or night, and I look forward to the next video. And thank you so much for being here in this session. I'll see you in the next one.